Our prune tree is simply magnificent this spring. There are a number of flowering plums that are used ornamentally in the landscape, but this one's actually a fruiting plum, Prunus domestica, and the cultivar we have growing here is Ozark Premier. And you can see it is just loaded with blossoms. The plum tree is in the rose family, and you could certainly see the resemblance in the flowers to that of a rose. Plum trees bloom fairly early in March, and this can be a challenge if you're trying to grow plums for fruit in Oklahoma because we risk losing them to a frost. But the bees are busy here pollinating our flowers, and we'll keep our fingers crossed for a bountiful harvest. Another fruit tree with a magnificent blossom is the peach tree. And like the plum, it blooms very early in the spring before the threat of frost has passed. And often we lose entire peach crops because of this. So we're going to take steps to try to protect a few of our blossoms. One way we could do this is to cover either the whole tree, or if you have a large tree like us, individual branches with sheets. You can use frost blankets or even like a cloth painter's tarp. And that'll help protect the blossoms that are on there. Plastic isn't as insulating as cloth, but we're going to try creating a miniature greenhouse by covering the branches with the plastic and using an incandescent light to create a heat source inside of there. For a larger tree, you need a 75-watt bulb or larger, but just be sure to secure the plastic far enough away that it's not going to touch this and cause a safety hazard. Well, hopefully we'll be able to protect a few of our blossoms and still have some peaches to eat later this season. This week in the vegetable garden, we can continue to plant out our cole crops, those broccoli, cabbage, and bok choy plants. We can also continue to plant our sweet corn. And if you plan to start your squash or cucumber seeds, now's the time to get those started indoors or in a cold frame.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.